Hi everyone, it's Sharon.
It's Tammy.
And it's Beatrice. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Uncut Podcast. Woo!
And the crowd goes crazy.
I'm crying. I hope they're going crazy, child. Some of them are just looking at us like,
who?
You know what? Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content that we're putting out and everything. You know, it feels good to finally just have relaunched. This is now the third episode. It's just like, we're now in the full swing of everything. But yeah, to let us know in the comments if you're feeling it, if you're vibing with it, if you're loving it. Because yeah, for us, it's a big thing to have ticked off, and we're happy that we can finally just move on and like focus on the actual content. So
do we want to tell them how crazy it was, this whole switching and everything?
Oh my gosh, guys, when I tell you, first of all, there was, I think, the time that we actually wanted to announce and stuff, Instagram was just playing games.
Yeah.
Like,
You
would, you know that, basically, that, I don't know if you guys will remember by this time, but there was a period where when you would post something, like Instagram would just delete your comment.
Oh my days. I even forgot about that.
Yeah, we were so confused. Like, every time we would post, like, it would just disappear.
We tried like 5 times.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we were actually in the airport about to catch a flight, and we were just like, we need to post this before we go, but we couldn't.
But maybe that was just God
a blessing in
disguise.
If I didn't go live, it would have been awful.
24 hours
I
later,
don't even know
still be like,
if this podcast would even be here. No, literally. I don't even know. Just joking.
No, but the responses to us fake quitting the pod.
Yeah.
I
don't mean by just some of you use your brain. Yeah.
Some of you use your brain. Some of you are slow. We said this. We can't believe that this is the last episode that we are doing as the BTS podcast.
And not only that, we had a picture
of this.
Of these.
And you people were still, oh no, oh God, why? Oh,
some people don't scroll though.
I know. That's their business.
That's why the feature is there on Instagram.
Yes.
So you telling me that when you see something on Instagram, let's say like something on the shade room or something, let's say you want to write a comment. Before you write a comment or like it,
scroll.
You're not going to scroll on the other stuff.
Yeah, you have to breeze through, man.
I don't know, maybe it went over some people's heads. But I just think it's...
Well, to be honest, maybe people were saying that they were heartbroken, so maybe they were just reacting on emotion.
We're
still here.
Yeah, literally.
We're still here.
Yeah, the comments and stuff was too funny. Like, it's the fact that it was people that I know. I'm like, if I was quitting the podcast, I would be telling you this. Like, why are you coming acting? Oh my God, what? I'm thinking.
My uncle came and knocked on my door and was like, "Excuse me, what's this?" I was like, "Easy, joke."
I'm crying. But yeah, guys. Anyway, you would have seen by now that obviously the main event that's happening is our first live show. Woo! Guys, we have finally did it all. We are conquering the podcast world. Oh. Don't disgrace us. Oh. You know those scenes when you look where someone's like wanting to perform, they look out to the audience and like there's only like one person.
Your mum.
Your mum and your dad, fam. And even your dad, he's even
sleeping.
He's even plastic. He's even plastic.
He's even dozing.
Nah, facts. But yeah, you guys would have seen by now that we've launched and announced our live show. So tickets are available in the link wherever. And I can't lie to you guys, we gave access to our Patreon people first. So I don't even know where we will be by the time this episode comes out. But ciao, if it's still there, you better grab it while you can. Grab it while you can. So for the details for that, it's happening on Tuesday, the 21st of May. And it's happening in Islington Assembly Hall in London. I'm sorry, guys. It is for my London people.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want to fly out,
a lot of people.
It's for everyone, but it's taking place.
It's taking place in London. Yeah,
like
man.
a lot of people message like on my personal account, like, when are you coming to Lagos? We said, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
It's
Don't
coming.
worry. It's coming. But yeah, man. So doors will be opening at 7 p.m. Obviously, you know, we're going to be there discussing juicy stuff, dilemmas, all that sort of jazz. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. And someone was saying, I think in the comments, someone said like, I want to hear Beatrice scream loud in action.
Bring her loudest air.
Loudest air. Don't worry, man. I'm going to...
She's loading it.
Yeah, I'm loading it, man. I can't, like, they're probably going to have to reduce the mic. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, because one thing about me, I get so excited. Like, when I'm on stage, I just feel like that's where I belong. Do you know what I mean? And that's my comfort zone. I just feel I'm going to get too excited. But trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you guys head to the description and box, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening from, and cop tickets to come and support us. It's going to be a lit one. And yeah, come and see us do our first ever live show. One of many.
Yes,
one of many to come, man.
And like Beatrice said, the people on Patreon got that early access. So please, if you would like to join the party in Patreon party,
man,
backstage, please click the link in the bio, the Patreon link. Make sure you are subscribed to our Patreon. You'll get an extra episode every single Wednesday. There's also a lounge feature where we've been talking to direct contact. You people that have been messaging us on Instagram and we have not replied. Sorry, we're too busy replying to the people on Patreon.
Facts.
That is what is occupying our time.
Yes.
So please make sure you are subscribing to Patreon and have all the fun and stuff at Patreon.
Yeah, and also we're going to be prioritizing the dilemmas that come from Patreon as well.
Yes, we
are.
So
make sure that if you've been, I know there's some of you, there's this, I don't know if you guys have seen it in our inbox. There's this one person that has done update for her dilemma maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Since we haven't made it there yet.
Yes, we haven't made it. Sorry.
So we'll be prioritizing dilemmas for our Patreon. Man. So make sure you are subscribed.
Yeah, we're under £4 or
what can you buy for £4?
Literally.
I think you can buy a couple sausage rolls from Greg's.
Oh,
maybe really? 2. That's about
it. 2.
2?
Yeah,
Only 2?
I think it's gone up to like 145.
It's like
Jesus.
Yeah, 145.
Do you remember when more that you're getting 3 sausage rolls and more here? Honestly, buy 2, get all the 1 buy 3.
I was going to say something. And that's what you eat that sausage roll quickly. In like 1 hour. This one is just for the month.
1 hour. How long you taking these sausage roll? That thing is done in 2 bites.
You don't eat 1 bite.
2 bites. Nah.
And I swear they've even reduced the size. Increased
the price.
Yeah. And then they'll try and make you buy the cold one.
Yeah.
You know the one? They'll be like, 4 for free, bro. It's cold.
Sorry, talking about that. It's so crazy how takeaway places are doing that now, where they will actually give you the food cold at a slightly reduced price.
Really?
So, for example, Tasties, they give you food like rice. No, they give you rice. You can decide if you want it. No, it's not frozen. It's just you can heat up at home. Because you know sometimes you want to heat up at home. So it's slightly cheaper.
Okay.
But sometimes it's like,
I want to eat it now.
Yeah, then you pay the extra price.
Why?
Can't they just put it in the microwave?
Yeah, man, what is it bothering you?
Come on,
down.
But I can't, like, electricity is expensive these days.
No, I guess maybe like somewhere like Tasties, I know that it's quite busy, so even like serve, like if they already have the packs or something, they'll just be like,
It's not ice cold, it's just like cold.
It's just like cold,
yeah. To be fair though, you know some takeaways, obviously, like you can't do that with chips because if you're heating up chips, just forget it. But rice,
I mean, sometimes if you dash a little bit of water, like just sprinkle a bit and put it in the air fryer.
I was gonna say air fryer is different though.
Air fryer is different.
What chips?
What
type of chips?
Any chips in the air fryer, doesn't matter what it is. Use the air fryer to heat up, guys. I'm telling you,
just
it's life
dash a bit of
changing.
water.
Yes.
Man.
And then
I only put water when I've made pasta. Maybe it's the day before. You know, sometimes
the day before, the day after.
Sorry, day after.
Eating the pasta that you haven't even made. Hey, superwoman.
Just call me wifey. Appealing to the men out there.
Why you say you?
In Marbella. Hey, we had to beg Tammy. Can you slice an onion? Even that she did not do.
Sorry, guys. I'm on holiday.
You're not serious. Everyone else is on
why
holiday,
am I cooking on holiday?
No,
I don't even like cooking in the UK.
I'm crying.
So why now the sun is shining, the weather is sweet, and I'll be cutting onion.
You're sick. But
I washed though.
She washed maybe
shout
3
out,
plates.
Shout out to Adesola, Lisa.
Hey, those ones are the
and
big
Sharon
cats.
as well, man.
The cool cat. Those ones are the ones that, they do it for, they like putting
me.
Sorry, they said Adesola and Lisa.
No, I said Sharon as well.
Oh, okay, well, birthday girl. The ones that are the bakers, take up lunch. They
used to be in the kitchen.
They like being in the kitchen. They like the heat of the oven and all that stuff.
you're sick.
I told them, sorry, that's not my role. My role on this trip is to make fun and do jokes.
Sick.
And everybody was laughing.
you as the clown?
Oh, okay, but when we were doing happy birthday with your balloons, you didn't say I didn't do that one now, did you?
I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Tommy helped her.
I'm joking.
We all helped out with that one.
And they made me go on Ryanair now. Let me not even.
Oh yeah, never again.
Let me not even.
If you guys have been following us on Instagram, you'd know that what we're talking about.
Yeah, to Marbella.
Oh, God. No. Crazy.
What, Ryanair?
Yeah. Where is Ryan? Bring him to the front.
No.
Even if Ryanair was to sponsor this thing, I'm so sorry. It had declined.
No, facts.
Sorry.
No, facts.
That's one thing I can stand on. Some deals I'm not even like, no.
Mr. Ryan.
No, Ryan and his air. It's okay.
No, I'm just keep your
Mr.
air.
Ryan. For our US audience, Ryan is like Sprint.
Oh,
yeah.
You know the things they say? No, I thought Ryan. The things they say about that Sprint airline.
It's a yellow plane.
Yeah. Even when you see yellow, you know yellow is used as like stickers for like value. You know those
lower value,
reduced price.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok that's like, when are the yellow stickers coming out?
Yes.
He's like, oh, can you put
in M&S, that slaps.
No,
Those yellow stickers.
Yeah.
Oh,
they know what they're doing there.
Nah,
yes.
You can't camp outside the shop there.
Man, fact. He'll be flirting with them.
That reminds me, one time, I don't know what was happening. I went to Tesco with my auntie, and this was back when we were kids, but not kids, maybe like
teenagers.
As in like, teenager, And there was one time in Tesco where they used to like bring out the reduced items. So we'd all be there waiting for the reduced items. The lady will come out from the back. And obviously I work in Tesco, so I know what's going on in the back. So she'll come out.
Yeah.
She'll come and see carnage. I see people.
For what?
For reduced meat or
reduced meat. Okay, reduced meat is a
no,
good
but
one,
I'm just saying like the way that people were like would be have you ever seen people waiting in a supermarket?
There we have it during COVID. Do you remember COVID times?
No, I didn't go to supermarket during COVID still. It was
COVID
my brother.
Times,
that was my brother and my mum.
Yeah, everyone would be
and then
waiting
I was in
they had to do like
I was in uni, so by the time I got back from uni,
they'd
already ransacked the
It's true. Everything was
there was
gone.
nothing to buy.
There was nothing.
Oh my God. What was it? I remember there was one thing that you were looking for during. Was it egg that you were
during COVID?
There was one thing you were looking for.
Oh, what
flour.
was it?
Yeast.
Yeast. Sharon was on a quest.
The fact that you remember
pilgrimage.
That.
No,
Guys.
because I was looking for yeast as well. Could not find it anywhere.
Hold on. What were you even looking for yeast for?
COVID, you try
you'll just be baking. Me and my mum, we started baking meat pie. Started making meat pie, sausage roll. The sausage roll that they're now selling for £1.45. Me and my mum will be making
it at home.
Like we'll just make cookies.
No, guys, let's talk about the DIY of COVID because I bought myself a nail drill.
Did you use it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah.
I bought myself a nail drill. I bought myself acrylics. I bought myself different like paint. I did just so much stuff for nails. I think I even brought like thread to even try. Obviously, you can use any thread, but thread to try and do my eyebrows.
Wait, what?
I did a lot, man. Because
no, I bought the nail, the light, the UV light.
Same. I bought the
then
UV
I
light.
bought like one nail varnish, just white, so I could just use it, just my toes stuff.
Yeah,
but and file. Different things, but some people bought like waxing machines.
Yeah. I used the waxing
wax
strips.
Kai.
That was something. Yeah.
Waxing yourself is just so.
I don't know how.
I did my underarms.
Yeah,
I wanted to cry.
When was this? During
COVID. I think I just did one. I said, do you know what? That's it, man. That's me done.
Because no one's even seen
when people were.
Man.
One of my friends waxed her bikini. And
I
was just
me
like,
too. I'm
the
like,
fact that how did you do that by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I even think my friend even gave herself a Hollywood. I'm like, how did you do that?
That is
Excuse me?
I don't know. I don't know.
Insane,
Yeah.
It is real.
Anyway, please make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel.
Please.
For real,
to get all this juicy content.
Yeah.
Get this juicy content.
Yeah, man.
Get this juicy content. Get this juicy content.
Yeah.
We're almost at 70k subscribers.
Yeah, man.
We might be there by now. I don't know.
Hopefully.
But yeah, we're on our way. So please make sure you're liking this video and also subscribing to the YouTube channel.
Leave a comment and also share with your friends and family if you enjoyed it. Even if you didn't enjoy it, still like Still share.
Facts.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram and on TikTok and on X/Twitter. The Uncut Podcast. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard for me to train myself. Yeah. The Uncut Podcast on all social media. So make sure you're following us there too.
And also, please, we have the BTS email address is dead.
No more.
Is dead. R.I.P. Put it in the coffin, in the ground. R.I.P.
Please. Yeah.
If you send an email, it will bounce back to you.
From now on,
it will bounce back to you.
Facts.
If you want to send us a dilemma, please use our Kumi link, which is in the description box.
Yes.
And there will be a box on that link, which will say, send your dilemmas here.
Yes.
What did I say?
Send your dilemmas here.
Again?
Send your dilemmas here.
So I don't want to hear, I sent there's no email.
There's no email.
There's actually
genuinely
no email.
That one, we're not checking it.
Yeah.
Do you know what made me laugh though? Even when we announced that, BTS is no more,
people
were still sending. I said,
you guys need to be smart.
Yeah, man.
Come
we
on
are
now.
no longer BTS.
It's gone,
Yeah, it's
child.
gone. Yeah, man.
Please send it on Komi.
Facts.
Thank you.
Facts.
But anyway, let's head into the first segment of this episode, which is Don't Get Me Started. And if you guys aren't aware by now, every week we'll post a question on our Instagram and we'll get you guys to respond to it and we'll read out your responses on the podcast. And this week I asked, what are some things that your ex did but you stayed? First of all, we had so many responses.
People have been, that's
People
exactly
have,
like last time. Like people have been really, really engaging.
Like
I love
last
it.
Thank
time,
you.
that one, it was
Off the chain.
Off the chain.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm going to try and pick some of the best ones. Some of them, guys, I can't lie. I can't read it on the
You see the one that Sharon showed me off
Really?
camera?
Can't read that one.
Can't read that one.
Serious?
That's for a different podcast.
It's not for Patreon, fam.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
it's
even
not
for
even
Patreon.
Nah. Different podcast, y'all.
Damn.
Okay.
What, like bear? Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, broke up with me a day before Valentine's Day and we got back together a day after. Now.
Cost of living is a crisis.
Now, ma'am.
And you still stayed. Do you know, I'm not even going to judge because we've all...
Yeah, but also it depends as well. Like, were you guys beefing? You know how sometimes you're so oblivious to the dates, yeah? You know when, do you know what I mean? If you're beefing like before, you might be a bit oblivious to the fact that it's actually like Valentine's Day.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean?
Everybody that is in a relationship or is not even in a relationship that is talking to someone, they know
what's going
when
on.
Valentine's Day is coming.
Yeah.
You could be fighting on the 12th, the 13th. You will know by the 14th that is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hear all that.
Yeah.
Nah.
But it's the fact that it's actually a break up. It's not even like we argued. It's like a break up.
And the next day
Must
he
be
was like,
intense.
let's get
But
back.
yeah, it's mad, but it must
That's
be
mad.
intense.
Yeah. Okay, cheated on me with all his female friends.
Oh,
I went back 5 times.
back where?
Hey, back
Back
when I
where?
was fucking, nobody wanted to just hear. Hey, back when? Hey. You just go out singing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Back when what?
What?
And the thing that I'm getting from that message is that he cheated with his friends.
So
Ooh.
5 times.
They didn't say, they said,
All his female besties.
let's not even get into that topic because
We discussed it before. Please, it's okay. Spent everything that he earned within the first 2 days of getting his salary.
Can't even judge. Man. I can't even judge.
30 to 31 days
I can't even judge, man. You know that long December to Jan period, fam. By the end, you're begging.
That one
you're
is
begging
even
for bread.
understandable because people in December get paid early. Some places,
Yeah.
but to spend your salary in 2 days,
Nah. How are you rich on Monday, broke on Wednesday? Like, please.
I don't know about y'all, but my phone bill comes at the end of the month, Sha.
Really?
I don't know what he's...
Why is what kind of silliness is that?
Silliness?
Why would
End of the
you
month.
put your phone bill at the end of the month?
Because it's near payday.
Why would it be at the end of the month near payday?
Yeah, because she gets paid towards the end of the month. So then maybe like a few days after
But that's
the money comes
beginning
out.
of that. But then you're saying it like as if it's end of the month, like end of your payday cycle before you get paid again.
No, that's not what she's saying.
So you mean
She's saying that she gets paid on the 25th.
So then
and
that's
she'll-
then why did you bring that up? Because that's basically like Because 2 days after,
Because I'm saying when he gets paid,
yeah,
Be the end of
he
the
said
month,
that.
maybe.
Okay, well, I
no,
guess, I get
what
you
you're
mean.
saying is wrong.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
Mr. Toy, no,
Damn.
sorry.
Damn.
It's not a good
Sorry,
example.
somebody can't even choose when to pay their phone bill.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't worry, darling.
Tammy's point is what people do. What
Yeah,
situation
I get what you mean. I
Yeah.
get what you mean. I
Do
get
you know
what
what I
you
mean?
mean.
I just didn't
Do you know what I
understand
was
in that
thinking?
context. Sorry.
I was thinking something else. Don't worry.
It's all right.
Go on.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Say the question again.
The question
Things that your ex.
I said, what's the question?
Things that your ex did, but you stayed. Something like that. Sha.
But you still stay.
But you still stayed.
Mm.
Gave me herpes.
Ah!
Uncurable disease.
Uncareable.
Undeniable.
That is sad, man.
To be
that's not even
honest-
funny. That's sad. I'm sure you even read that one out, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Huh?
I said, I'm
She
sure
said
the
she's
child
shocked.
even-
I
She read it out.
I'm not shocked though.
Oh, really? That's
Nah.
crazy.
That's serious,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Sorry about that.
Man, guys, stay protected, man. That's crazy.
fam. Stay protected. Well,
And check
the thing
yourselves
is,
regularly,
anyway,
man. Damn.
go on.
He hinted to us having intercourse a month into the relationship and got mad when I told him I'm celibate.
Hold on.
Sorry, can you
Repeat that again.
So do you want me to explain it or you want me to
No,
read
no,
it?
read it again.
Okay, cool. He hinted to us having intercourse a month into the relationship, got mad when I told him I'm celibate.
I'm not understanding. Hinted.
So a month into the relationship,
She's like,
oh, let's
yeah,
get down and jiggy.
Let's do.
Oh,
And then
he
she was like, oh, honey, I'm celibate. And then he got angry.
Wait, so was he presenting himself as someone that is also on the
But that's the thing, we
celebratory?
don't know.
We don't know.
Celebratory.
Wait, that's the only way for me that it would make sense for it to be like
to be like a thing.
crazy thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's standard.
What do you mean?
Like, the only way she can be saying this and
Yeah.
saying it into this question is if he made it like we're gonna be
Celibate together.
and then he's going to go and start. Because otherwise,
Because otherwise you'll be
he's
like,
just he's every other nigga. Every other nigga, man.
No, but that's the thing as well, though. I feel like guys will be like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Until you actually are like, no, I actually am. And they're like, oh, you're not joking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As well.
Sliding into my sister's DM, had a whole relationship with her. They were exchanging nudes and more. Which one is more? What is more again? Sorry. Nudes and more. Nudes and more.
This
What's
must
that?
be sister in Christ or sister in something because it can't be your blood
Be
sister.
your blood sister.
That cannot be your blood sister.
No.
That can't be your blood sister. It's actually impossible. That's so impossible.
Nudes and more.
That's so impossible. What the hell? That's insane.
Your sister. So wait.
Nah.
And she still stayed.
Nah, that's crazy. That's
Your sister.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's nah. Sorry.
your sister.
Like I said, it can't be blood. It can't be blood
Your
sister.
sister.
It can't be blood sister.
There
Nah.
was even another
Who you
one.
cut off first? Your sister or the boyfriend?
Bro, you cut them off together, bro, and bag them
Yeah.
together.
There was
and send
another
them
one
away.
that I saw that was even worse, but I don't think I can read it. I'll tell you off camera.
Go ahead.
Threatened to throw my dog out the window.
Not the dog.
What did the dog do to you?
Chorus
Yeah.
PCA, man. That ain't
Nah.
even fair, man.
Sit with
Yeah.
throwing things out of the window. Coming
God
out for
damn.
coloured girls. Come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let me make this the last
Dark
one.
humour.
Cheated with a girl in the same building and got her pregnant.
And you stayed.
My thing is like, where's he telling you he's going? Oh, I'm just gonna go Tesco quick. He's going upstairs.
No, but you say he's going home and then you're forgetting
I
the
think-
things that people are doing in your uni.
What do you mean?
They'll go to floor 2, then to floor 3.
When they say I'm leaving and then they
I'm
go
leaving,
somewhere
they go to
else.
the-
Oh,
they're
but
going
in
up-
my
they're
head,
going
I
upstairs.
thought they were living together. I don't know why.
No.
Yeah.
Cheer. Juicy gossip.
Hey,
I'm crying. Damn, is that it?
those are the ones that are.
Oh,
After I said the other one and you were like, I'm surprised you read that out. I'm like, let me not read the others.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm just saying, no, I just mean in terms of you. When you know what exactly your point is.
What do you mean?
Somebody can't even play with you again.
Oh no, I just thought maybe like you were like, don't make it too risque.
Oh no! That's not what I mean.
Okay,
I mean
okay.
you in particular.
Oh, me? Okay, okay.
Yes.
She grabbed my boy's piece.
So you went to go and do that one. Sharon's sick, fam.
Wait, she grabbed my...
Yeah, can you imagine? Listen, girls, you're bad, man.
No.
Girls can be bad, man.
Hey.
Girls do anything for that, boy.
Wait,
Nah.
what?
God damn. God damn.
Yeah.
It is well, man. Damn.
Okay, then another one said he cheated on me with men.
Your brother might be LGBT.
Stop.
It's nice to be nice. It's nice to be nice. Your brother might be LGBT.
Your brother might be LGBT. Do you know what I was thinking about when I read that one?
Do you know what I was just thinking about? Do you remember? I think we spoke about this recently. Did you? Oh, you've only just started watching Love Is Blind. I think it was Love Is Blind season 1 or 2.
I know who you're talking about. Is it
And
Carlton?
Yeah.
Because he was on. Do you know why I know him?
Why?
Because he was Cynthia Bailey's
Cynthia
friend.
Bailey's friend.
On
He's
Real
Real
Housewives.
Housewives. Cynthia
Real Housewives.
Bailey.
He was in Real Housewives.
Which
about,
one?
About Atlanta.
Oh,
Shine
Atlanta.
on,
Oh,
watch
Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was the friend.
Yeah,
That he was
friend
like a-
of-
he was like a friend, yeah.
Okay. So
That's
for,
why when I
for
saw him
people,
on the show, I was like, oh, is he not?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, oh,
I thought he
liked himself.
Oh, so crazy. For people who don't know, so on Love Is Blind, I think it was season 1 or 2, there was a guy who basically proposed to a woman and like they were engaged, and then they were on the bit before you start living with them like properly in your home state or whatever. You go on like a holiday for a week, I think it is, and he then he decided that then was the time. Not all the times that they'd spent in the pods for the last however like long getting to know each other. He decided that on that holiday was the time to tell his now fiance that actually he's bi. And then she was like, I need some time. And then he started flipping out, basically.
What did he say? Like, oh, your wig shifting back? Or, I
my
said,
gosh, do you remember?
Bro, he dashed the ring.
Oh,
nah.
yeah, he dashed
He was
it.
insane.
No.
Really?
Yes.
I think I remember the scene, but I didn't remember it being like.
It was bad. They were going back and forth. Like, you. I said, hey.
Another person said, in response to this question, was something that your ex did, but you still stayed. I didn't screenshot it because I thought maybe it's a bit too risque. But since we're on the topic, the person said he cheated on me with my brother. Please. Can we leave family alone?
This is wrong. This is just wrong
And
and
the thing is, love who you love. This one that you're doing secret out.
But why are you doing that with my
Brother.
My brother.
Yeah, man, come on.
That's wrong, yeah.
Nah.
That's
nah.
wrong.
It's nice to be nice.
You're sick. It doesn't apply there, man. Nah, man. Not with family, man.
Not with family,
Not
Jeff.
with family, yeah.
Not with family, Jeff.
God damn.
Oh,
that is
my
too
gosh.
funny.
Anyway, thank you for that segment. Very funny.
Mm.
Cool. So now we're going to get into the dilemma.
Woo!
Woo!
I'm crying.
Okay, trigger warning in this dilemma. There are topics of physical abuse
Okay.
and maybe emotional. I can't remember, but I know there's definitely physical. Hey, Beatrice, Tammy, and Sharon. Hope you.
Sorry, we never really get our names in these, so that's nice.
When we're now called the Uncut, that's the only way you can mention us. So. Please.
Cool. Hey, Beatrice, Tammy, and Sharon. Hope you've all been having a good year so far. Been listening to your podcast since 2021.
Hey, super supporter.
Facts.
Thank you.
And love your discussions. I feel like I can relate to a few of the topics and have learned a lot through your podcast.
Love it.
Thanks.
I wanted to bring to you girls a serious family situation that has been weighing heavily on my heart as a woman.
Okay.
I come from a Nigerian family.
Oh.
I'm currently 26 years old and I have 2 older brothers and we all live in London.
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, my parents were at home and they got into an intense verbal argument in the evening.
Ooh.
I was not at home at the time, but my brothers were. The argument eventually led to my dad, trigger warning, physically attempting to abuse my mum.
Wow.
Then eventually my mum told my dad to leave the house and that same evening, which my brother supported considering what had happened, my mum was distressed. Considering I was...
Sorry, did you say that last bit again? What was the bit about the brother?
The brother supported his mum saying that the dad should leave.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I think I
No,
messed
that's
up my words there. My mum was distressed. Considering I was not at home during the incident, my siblings told me what had happened the following day. After all this, I was so affected by the whole situation and disappointed in my dad and his actions. Since the incident, my dad has not been living with us anymore. A lot of close family members have been getting involved to try and resolve the family issues, but nothing was really resolved. Since that time, I decided to not have a relationship with my dad anymore because I was so hurt by the continuous conflicts and seeing how the family dynamics were changing, which was really hard for me. For months, my dad would try to communicate with me through messages, calls, but I would not always respond or answer. At the time, I just felt like I needed space from my dad and time to come to terms with our family circumstances. My parents were always in disagreement, and my brothers were adamant on not having a relationship with him anymore. Growing up, I've always been close to my dad, and we shared a typical father-daughter relationship. I would say that my siblings and I had a good and loving childhood growing up, but as we got older, we experienced some sort of trauma due to our parents' relationships and the decisions that they made. My mum was mostly the breadwinner for the family and still is. My dad has done what he could as a father, but for us as a family, but over the years, we have not been happy with his behavior and actions. When my siblings and I were younger, we have witnessed our dad, trigger warning, we had witnessed our dad emotionally and physically abusing our mum, financial issues, and continuous family conflicts. In 2022, I eventually decided to reach out to my dad to rebuild some sort of civil relationship again. I just felt that God was telling me to heal, have a peace of mind, and try to reconnect with my dad. In the long term, I cannot go on living my life without trying to be civil with my dad, even if that meant my mum and my brothers were still estranged from him. I needed to learn forgiveness and set my boundaries. I did speak to my mum about this first because I wanted to know how she would feel about this. She gave me advice and basically said it's my decision if I want to make peace with my dad, and she's okay with it, but she still wants to remain separated from him. I also did confront my brothers about wanting to reconnect with my dad. At first, they were against my decisions because they felt like my dad would try to lie to me or manipulate the family issues. Eventually, I think my brothers understood that I am an adult woman and should be allowed to do what I want within reason. During that whole period of my life, I was emotionally hurt, cried a lot in silence, and isolated myself for some family relatives who just didn't understand what I was going through. I also felt like seeing the way my parents' marriage and relationship fell apart made me think I was incapable of receiving and giving love in my future relationships with men. As of now, I have maintained keeping a civil relationship with my dad and setting my boundaries. Although we don't see each other and speak to each other often as... Although we don't see each other and speak to each other... Sorry. Although we don't see each other and speak to each other as often anymore, a lot of things in my family have changed for the better and for the better and for the worse. I have learned to accept my dad for who he is and what our family has now become, even though it has been very hard. I think a lot of these circumstances has made me think a lot about my life, helped me understand myself more, heal from trauma and continue living my life with God's guidance. I also think that when it comes to Nigerian families and cultures, a lot of the older generation, family, relatives expect you to just tolerate wrong choices your parents have made for you and as you become an adult child. I don't know what as you become an adult. I guess my dilemma is how do I continue maintaining a relationship with my dad as an adult woman when the rest of my family is still estranged to him and are not willing to make amends? How do I bring peace for the family? How do I bring peace to the family? I'd appreciate your advice and opinions on these matters. And if you girls decide to bring this to your podcast, I would like my name to stay anonymous. I do follow you girls on Instagram.
Oh,
thank you.
Thanks. Wow. That is a lot
Yeah.
to digest. I know obviously she's phrased the question at the end, but I do want to touch on a couple of things.
Yeah.
Firstly, I am obviously like the situation's very sad.
Yeah.
Very, very sad, very, very painful.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously us girls, we're 3 Nigerian girls. We all obviously like grew up in a Nigerian family household, and also not necessarily from our own household, but from like other people's households, just in general about families and extended families. We just know how the dynamic between husband and wife, particularly in the older generation, can be.
Yeah.
So I'm first of all commending even her mum for even making the decision to like not stay in a house where she is and has gone through something traumatic.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times you actually find that some of these aunties and uncles will stay in that situation and that toxic environment. Because obviously she's mentioned at the end that like things are better kind of without him in the house. Not to be rude, but sometimes for the betterment of your children, like that's the ultimate decision to make. And sometimes actually the trauma that she's like had to deal with, maybe she didn't need to deal with it if they had sorted out. I don't know how to explain. Do you know what I mean? If maybe they have separated earlier or whatever it may be, you know, from the first sign, not first sign, but do you know what I mean? Like she said, it's been going on for a while now. So, yeah, I just wanted to highlight that first, like to make that decision with your kids and everything. Like it's not a small decision. Sorry, it's a big decision. So I can understand why, from her mum's perspective, like she would want to stay separated. She wouldn't want him to be involved in her life. Like that's very much understandable. And also from like the sibling side, etc. I am also very moved by the fact that she felt that conviction from God to obviously go and reach out to her dad. I think when you're dealing with, if you are a person of faith and stuff, when God speaks to you, like it's not easy. It's not easy to move and actually do it. Do you know what I mean? So I even commend her again for doing that. Because when you've seen someone go through like pain, like, you know, when you see your mom or you see a family member go through pain from someone else, regardless of whether that person's family or not, you do tend to hold some sort of resentment to that person. But I don't know. I think it's quite tricky because again, I have to be truthful. Like I have never been in that sort of scenario and in that environment. And I do think one of the episodes we were talking about on our Patreon, we were talking about like fatherhood and parents and whether someone's a good parent and whether they can be a good parent and a good father, etc. And I don't know. I think it is hard to separate the two. But at the end of the day, like all I can advise you is to just, if it's faith that's leading you, to like just keep on believing in that, asking God for guidance and strength to push you through. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite tricky to advise on something, particularly where it's been faith, like it's been God that's like told you to do something.
If it wasn't, what would your advice be?
If it wasn't God telling you to go and do something, if it was based on what? Just you wanting to?
Yeah.
I'd say be careful. Obviously, I still think you should be careful like now. But I would 100% like be a bit more like cautious.
Because he might do the same to her, sort of thing. Is that what you're thinking?
Do the same to her in terms of emotionally abusing her?
Yeah.
Not necessarily just from that, but more about the manipulation to get himself back into the family. Like, you know, where she's already set the dynamics of the family in terms of maybe like the mum was always the breadwinner. I don't know how it was. And do you know what I mean? Like, you might want to come back. Do you know? I don't know. But yeah, I think I would be saying be a bit cautious, because sometimes you make decisions thinking like, oh no, this person's like, it's different now. Like they moved away, like they're not the same, like it's fine. And then you become oblivious to the signs. And yeah, actually, maybe you are right that maybe they start to manipulate and take advantage of you and your kindness. And you're just like, oblivious to it. But I think I would be a bit more cautious if it wasn't just a faith-based decision that she's made. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say. What do you guys have to say to it?
What do you think?
When I initially read it, I was like, this is a lot. I think you can only go with what you think and what you feel, because obviously I've never been in a situation like this before. Me and my dad are very, very close. So I do understand how...
And she said she was very close to her dad before.
That's, they had like the typical father-daughter relationship. So I'm just thinking of myself like, how would I feel if the relationship that I had with my dad, the next day I didn't have it anymore and it was like taken away from me due to his actions? I would feel very sad about that because of the connection I have with my dad. But at the same time, I do understand that your dad has definitely done something wrong. And these are the consequences of his actions. I do understand why your mum and your brothers still want to be estranged from him, especially because, you know, sometimes sons can be overprotective over their mum, so they just want to stand with their mum. And because you're the only daughter and like you're the girl, like you would want that loving relationship with your father, but at the still time you still want to respect your mum. So I can understand the kind of hard situation that you're in. I think it's good that you started reaching out to him, because we've always said on this pod that people can change, but like Beatrice said, I think you should still be very cautious because we know how Nigerians can be like very like, oh, but you like how some Nigerians are. They'll start to try and be apologists for things that are just wrong. Like no, it's wrong. And the point about different family members getting involved, I think you should just make your own decision, your own mind. Like you said, you're 26, so you're an adult. You're able to make conscious decisions. You don't have to be influenced by outside noise because, especially as Nigerians, you get the, but he's your dad, you can still, like, I said to myself, I think maybe last year, some point, I was like, I'm going to stop encouraging people to speak to their parents, or if they have like a really bad relationship with their parents, like to stop, like, because I always be like, oh no, but like, it's your dad, it's your mom, blah, blah, blah. But no, some people's parents are just not good. Like,
and I do think as well, like, you can love people from afar.
yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you can still pray for them. You can still like wish them well. Even if you want to like drop him a message, because she hasn't met with him, I think. I don't know what she said. I think
she started communicating with him again. I don't know if they've met up.
Exactly. But even like just dropping someone a message saying like, hope you're well, just checking everything's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can still love someone from afar because obviously you have to think about it from a biblical point of view as well. Like, there still has to be that there. But yeah, I agree that some parents have not lost the right to be a parent, but do you know what I mean? Like,
the damage that they've done is enough. Like, it's better to be apart than to be together. Like, sometimes when some people move out of their house, their relationship with their parents tend to get better because there is that sort of distance, and then you can kind of manage your relationship.
Yeah.
But sometimes some of these parents, the trauma that they've caused on their children is enough to break someone. And some parents are just I just wouldn't, like, some of the stories I've heard from my friends and stuff about what their dads have done or what their mums has done, and like
it's a lot.
It's put a strain on the relationship. Like, it's a lot. And I wouldn't encourage someone to be friends with someone like that. So why would I encourage someone to be in a situation where they're like in a toxic environment? Like, why would I be telling someone, oh no, because he's your dad or because he's your mum? But if they've caused all this trauma, like, why would you want someone like that in your life, despite them being related to despite them being your parents? So yeah, I've just told myself to stop telling people, oh yeah, you should reach out to your, like, sometimes I'll be like, I'll be like, oh, you should reach out to your dad or stuff like that. But maybe like once, not just to keep on like hammering, especially if the parent is the one that's done the damage. What about you, Sharon? What do you think?
I think that. So you said, I think that he moved out in 2021 or 2022. I can't remember now. One of those years, I think. And I think if all of this time has passed, and you feel convicted to like reach out to him and have some sort of relationship, I would understand that, because I think as a woman, or like just any gender, to be honest, like having a relationship with your dad is obviously something that you would want, obviously. But I think you don't need to make every single decision now. I think you can give yourself some time. So like, even if you just start off by just like messages, that's enough. I don't think you need to like, you feel convicted today and then tomorrow you're in his house eating together. Like, it doesn't need to be like that. It can be a gradual process. And at every point in that journey, just reassess like how you feel and whether you feel comfortable. I think it's wise as well that you spoke to your mum about it first. And obviously she's giving her kind of seal of approval, I guess. I think that's important, obviously, because, your dad is the one that's in the wrong. So yeah, I feel like if you feel convicted, absolutely, like, go ahead. But I just think, don't feel like you have to make every decision now about whether or not, like, I don't know, he's going to be in your life forever. Like, you can obviously just see how you feel. And at each point, you can just take a temperature check on how you're feeling, pray about it as well. And also when you're praying as well, like, pray for God to touch his heart and to like change him as well, because prayer actually really works. I know that when I was younger, like I had a difficult relationship with my dad, like not because he did anything wrong. I think it was just more kind of like, you know, in your adolescence and like teenage years, we had like not as good a relationship as we do now. And I know that he was praying, I was praying as well. And I feel like now it's like 100 times better. So even just praying about God to like change his character or touch his heart and help him to see what he's done wrong too. Yeah, I think that would really help. But yeah, like the girls have said, this is your decision to make. And it's good that you're obviously getting clearance from like your brothers and your mum, but ultimately it's between you and God if it's a conviction from the Holy Spirit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else?
No.
Yeah, it was a heavy one, but I thought that it was a good dilemma to read out. And another thing as well, sometimes when you do have conflict with people, whether it's your parents, your friends, even the person just taking accountability for what they've done
Say that as well. Yeah,
can relieve a lot of like the whole, like I don't know what the word is, but it can just relieve
a
lot of all the animosity, or is that the word, or pressure of the situation. Like I'm just imagining like if you were to meet up with your dad and he took full accountability for all that he's done.
And he was
asked for forgiveness, very apologetic, etc., etc. I'm sure that would put you in a much better position. Not saying that you should open the doors of your family home and now start inviting him and be everything being back to normal, but those few first steps could be steps into the right direction with you rebuilding a relationship with your dad. And the fact that you've even wrote in this dilemma, especially with like so much detail and stuff, I can tell that this is definitely weighing heavy on your heart and you do want to know which best way to move forward. So I would say I hope that your dad has taken accountability for the things that he's done. And if he's not, I'm praying that he eventually will soon. So that so that you'll be able to move forward and move on with him. Or just even if you don't move on with him, being able to be at peace with yourself and knowing that you have tried. You know, sometimes you can just be at peace with yourself when you know that you've done your best. You've done all you can do.
Yeah.
It's on the other person. And that will allow you to walk away from a situation knowing that you yourself have closure of that situation if it does end there. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah. No, I think that's great advice.
Cool.
Okay, so song of the week.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we are back to Song of the Week. If you guys don't know by now, then you must be living under a rock. But every single week, we drop songs into our Spotify, Apple Music, and now YouTube playlists. We choose a theme every month. This month is hip hop and rap from all around the world. So who wants to go first?
Oh, yes. I'm going to put this song. It is Meek Mill and Rick Ross, I'm a Boss. I can't remember what year it was. There was one year that this was my most played song of the whole year. As in on my Apple Music, it was the most played song. So I'm going to add that.
So the time that we're recording this, there's been a whole issue with Drake, Future, Metro Boomin, etc., etc. But I've been listening to Metro Boomin's new stuff and also old stuff because it'd be slapping. So I have to do Metro Boomin, Travis Scott, and Young Thug. Trance, solid.
I don't know that song.
You probably will if you heard it. But solid, top tier song. Like Metro Boomin, like crazy albums that he produces. So yeah, that's gonna be the song I'm gonna add to the playlist this week.
Cool. I'm gonna add 2 UK songs. I'm gonna add Heady One, K-Trap, Good Girls. And I'm gonna add I just say to where is it? Oh, Naif Smalls featuring Potter Paper. If you guys don't know now, I'm a Potter Paper stan. Deep End.
Nice.
Another banger.
Yeah. Lovely. So yeah, guys, the link to the playlist will be in the description wherever you're watching and listening from. It's available on Apple Music. It's available on Spotify. And for my people, them that don't want to pay money for any platform, it's there for you on YouTube. So make sure you guys enjoy and vibe with it, and let us know if you guys, what songs you guys will be adding. Let us know so we can also listen to stuff on the side. I don't know what we'll add it to, but we'll listen to it when we want to.
But so
man.
that's all we have time for today on this
Yes.
lovely episode of the Uncut podcast. Make sure you are following us on Twitter/X, on Instagram, on TikTok,
Yeah.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I forgot about all the platforms there. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel as well. Like I said in the beginning, we're almost at 70,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And we're racing our way to 100K. So please help us on that journey. Please, if you are listening on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts, please make sure you are thumbsing up or giving a 5-star rating, whichever one it comes up on your phone. Make sure you're giving us the top rating for this episode.
Yes, sorry.
Go on.
Yes. Speaking about ratings, I saw that you guys are starting to do that for Apple Podcasts.
Oh, are you going to read out some of the...
Yes, I want to
go
read
on.
out some of the reviews. Let me quickly get it up. But essentially, the number is still low. The number is still low. So I'm not saying that I'm happy about that. But what I am happy about is the actual reviews that some people have left, which I was like, oh my God, I love it. So I'll just read a few. There was one that was like, no, I have to read this one out. So this person said, it's really long, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
I've never really been into podcasts, but holy smokes. Do these girls brighten up my day and quite frankly, my week. I moved to the UK last September and caught myself being lonely and alone 97% of the time.
97. That
I
is so
know.
specific, girl.
I know. I saw a clip of them on TikTok and decided to watch the full video on YouTube and then fell into a rabbit hole. Whenever
Love
I
it.
watch, I listen, I catch myself genuinely laughing or reacting with them to the point I even finish some of their sentences.
Oh, you really a listener.
For real. I grew up with 4 sisters and 2 of which are older, so the podcast feels like home. And writing this, I'm almost in tears, from just reminiscing. I've still got a long way to go, Chia. I also feel like I'm in a gathering of friends and we're just gisting, laughing and having a weekly meetup. I've never looked forward to Mondays except if I have an exciting trip, but this one will BTS podcast too. But the BTS pod have made Mondays a day I can think of and know I smile or even laugh. Beatrice, Tammy, Sharon, thank you for this. I know it's not easy keeping up with the recording schedules.
Yeah, girl.
Especially as you're still full-time workers.
Yes.
But just for our entertainment, you keep on going and I'm grateful and thankful. I recommend this podcast to some of my Nigerian friends that took the step to move to another country and are lonely, and they've all said that their pod has been a sense of comfort and laughter in the midst of loneliness. I hope you guys get bigger and better, but also happier and healthier.
Amen.
I also look forward to weeks where you rate your weeks 10 out of 10 or even 15 out of 10.
We're waiting.
Literally.
Maybe if you pay for Patreon, can quit our
She
jobs.
could be there.
Yeah,
No, not
literally,
you. I'm talking about the audience.
yeah.
The rest of y'all.
I'm crying. But then she said, but till then, let's continue to have these happy and cherishable moments.
That is
I loved
lovely.
it. I read it and I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I have to read this out. There's so many more like that were
Like
really
that.
touching. So yeah, guys, honestly, it means a lot to us. Please,
Yeah.
please continue to leave reviews. We read them.
No, we do.
We also take the time as well to keep on reading them as well during the episode.
And honestly, like the way you guys say that it like brightens up your day when
Yeah.
you listen to us,
It
it brightens up our days and our
Yeah.
weeks when we get reviews like this.
Yeah.
And we're reading them and we're just thinking, do you know what? Yeah, like all
This
of
is
this
worth
stuff is
it.
worth it,
yeah,
man.
man,
Like,
because yeah.
sometimes today
Yeah.
I struggled to put on this eyelash. I ain't even gonna lie. I was
Yeah.
huffing and puffing.
Yeah, right
But
in my
yeah.
room, I don't even have a desk to even get ready. I'm just getting ready in my bed. I said, this is crazy.
Ciao.
No, because
No.
even when, like, just before I was getting ready, I spoke to my dad and I was like, I have to get ready again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, you people are trying.
No, literally.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
it is.
yes, Dad.
It
It
is.
is hard work.
It
No,
is.
but it's
Like
so
the fact, like, as much as I love beauty,
Yeah.
straight getting ready.
I've started
Mate.
to hate it. I can't even lie.
I
to
can't
you.
lie.
I've
I might
started to
turn up
hate
next
it.
week with no makeup.
I might have to go. This may not be a dress up, look up kind of podcast no more, Chia. Because
Yeah.
as we're trying to turn out the content and the frequency is now up to
Oh,
itself.
yes.
It's no joke at all.
Well,
But
I will still have this full beat on.
Yeah,
The rest
Tammy
can be
will.
doing all natural. Plant-made,
Ah.
skin glow.
I'm actually wearing a
Yeah, she's
liquid
yeah,
liquid
she's
girl.
a
Okay,
liquid girl.
I see you shining. Pop that
She's
shoulder.
shining, hey.
I'm crying.
But yeah,
I was gonna
that's not
say
for me.
something.
I will hate it, but still
Do it.
do a bright under eye for
Nah, I
you.
hear it.
guys.
I'm crying.
I was going to say something. Oh, just on this, right? It's another reason why I'm also really excited about the live show, because we will obviously get to meet a lot of these people, like the
Yes.
ones that are able to make it to the London show in person. And even when we did like our guest appearance, I guess you could call it, at Pastor
Pastor
Cat,
Cat, yeah.
there were people that came up to us,
Yeah,
obviously,
like,
and
they
were
were
like,
looking
oh my
forward to
gosh,
it.
like
Yeah.
I came for you and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited to, obviously we want to put on the best show for you guys, but I'm so excited, and we will carve out time to make sure
Yeah.
that we can meet you guys as well, because
Yes.
I can't wait to just give, like, I just want to give her a hug. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
Thank
so,
you.
so lovely.
So
Yeah,
sweet.
man. But
Makes
like
me
Sharon
wanna
mentioned,
cry.
I'm crying. But like Sharon mentioned, guys, live show tickets are available now. Make sure you guys head to the description box, links in bio, and that will be happening on Tuesday, 21st of May at the
Yes.
Islington Assembly Hall in London.
Doors
Wait.
open at 7. Sorry to cut you. Doors open at 7. Please
Be
be
on
on
time.
time.
Yeah, man.
Please be on time. No black people timing, no
I'm
Nigerian
crying.
timing. Please be on time.
I'm crying. But yeah,
Yes.
man, love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.